All right.
You asked for it.
So we're on the play here, and all of these are bad to have in our hand right now. Don't want any of that stuff. And all of these are good to have in our hand right now. So again, we get the 1-drop, which is nice. Oh yes. It was really weird that when we had this before, we didn't like curve out after that. Since we like played it on the second turn in that recent game. Here we'll probably just want the bigger creature that that's the same size, the one that does more damage though. Since our opponent had no turn 1 play, we've got a couple options to now to like deal damage with. So if he has Totem Golem, we'll probably just send the Toad into that and hope to. We'll probably send the send the Toad into a Totem Golem and hope to hit it. This we could also Flame Strike. This one we will use. We'll use the Toad and the power here, I think. We could also. We're going to use the power either way, so we're not going to be making another play this turn. But I think it's better to keep both creatures out than to have the extra toughness on the Toad. And next turn we'll probably end up powering again, and we'll play the ship's cannon if we can, or flame cannon if we need to. We will probably not play one of the 3-drops. We can save one of those to play on turn 5, and then power or again play one of the 2-drops that we didn't run out. I guess it's possible that I think since the mana cost of the cards in our hand is pretty low, that here we want to try to start getting value with the power now, every turn that we can. So instead of like on turn 5, instead of playing a 3 and a 2-drop from the hand, that's pretty good with our Toad out. Instead of playing like a 3 and a 2 from the hand, we would want to. Well, I guess this guy's pretty good. We can maybe that makes us reconsider it. We'll probably play him next turn. So maybe we don't want to just start forcing ourselves to use the power so much. So we're gonna probably flame cannon this thing. We'd also use the Toad on it, but I'd like to just hit him in the face with that. So we're probably gonna flame cannon, and so we'd play both cannons here. That develops our board better and the power isn't gonna be very relevant here. We also, if we end up using the Toad into this, then we don't really have a good play, because like ship's cannon power is kind of weak, so we only have 4 power on the board. This lets us. I think this is actually better than using the power, because we get to develop and have a 2/3 out, so we're ready for whatever he might end up playing here. This is kind of a cool card back he's got. I don't know what that's from. It must be from the new adventure. So we get a young Dragonhawk. I guess that's fine. It doesn't really do a whole lot for us. We will. What might make us need to use this power? Probably gonna send the Toad in now. So we can Toad this. If we miss, we can send the Worgen in, and then we can power it, and then we'll want a 3-drop, so we'll Toad first. We miss, so we'll send Worgen. We'll power. We'll hit. And we got 3 mana, so he hasn't really been. I guess he's been curving out pretty well, so he probably has some smaller cards in hand. We'll do this instead of the Mirror Entity. I think he's got enough cards right now that Mirror Entity is not a very safe play, because he should have something small available. This is, I think, going pretty well. I mean, we've maintained board presence for the whole game so far, and yeah, we're doing a a decent job of beating down. Uh-oh. There's a coin. Does that hit the cannon? So we actually, I guess we should have played the mirror entity there. We don't have a good way to kill that thing, which means we're probably just going to ignore it. So what's our play if we ignore this? We could mirror entity Imp Master. Mirror entity Imp Master. And then we just have to depend on whatever he ends up getting. This isn't going to draw us into anything. We don't have any more 1-drops. So we'll have a mana go to waste. This will get hit. Yeah, let's go for it. Let's see what he ends up letting us have here. We do have a lot of 1-power creatures. It would be nice if we had some kind of like an anthem effect, something that would pump all of our creatures at once, but unfortunately we don't. I still think so they should have something here. They should have something to be able to play around Mirror Entity, and I think we're late enough in the arena run that our opponent will be smart enough to test for it. He's testing for duplicate, I guess, although it probably would have been better to hit the 1/1. So I think ours will just be a 3/6, which is a little bit... Oh, no, we get a copy of it. Cool. So he's at 12, and we've got lethal. Cool. Well, that worked out better than I expected. What a surprise. Not too bad. Six wins is, I think pretty okay. Maybe we'll make it all the way up to 12. That's kind of rare. I don't know if this deck is really good enough for that. I think this is like I don't know, maybe 8 wins tops deck. We'll see. We keep going. Oh, come on, loading screen. I'd really like to be able to keep this Elise. I don't think it's that good, like, to get it out early because you just have so many cards in your deck. But I guess the earlier you put the map into your deck, the sooner you might draw it. I don't know. Let's go ahead and try it for fun. I don't have this wing unlocked yet. I don't usually worry too much about a lot of those. It's like I'm slowly getting there, but can't really imagine I'd want to play with this in Constructed that much anyway. It doesn't seem like a super good card, but since we have it here, I think it'd be fun to find the golden monkey at some point during this event. We'll just power this. This hand actually kind of sucks. Because, like, we don't want to play this into his 1/1 from the power, because then we're just giving up a card for no cards when he trades back. And we don't really have any good attackers here, so I think I'm actually just going to coin out Elise. Oh, we could duplicate the Elise if we had that. I guess we could mirror entity, but he should have something. We'll go ahead and mirror entity here. That's fine. Deathlord isn't going to put too much pressure on us, and he didn't have a 2 or another... He didn't have a 2-drop. So he'll probably be curving out like straight into a 4 here, and we'll be able to copy. Yeah, well, that's pretty bad. And this is why Mirror Entity sucks. Oh well. We'll save the coin at this point, in case we need it later. I suppose we also have the option of, like, yeah, because our bluegill can only hit this, so that's pretty bad. We need to get through this thing before anything else, so we don't want to coin this guy out. And all of these 3 toughness creatures, or 3 power creatures, are about the same, so Elise isn't going to do too much more for us than either of these guys would. And I don't think we want to coin this because it doesn't kill the Death Lord. We would need to use, the turn after that, we'd need to use bluegill and power, and then we'd have 2 mana to spare, so we'd have to play this guy, and that doesn't do a lot for us, so we'll just play Elise. Fun, fun, fun. I suppose we also there could have coined the Worgen Infiltrator. That may have been something we should consider, just to have it ready to go at some point. That guy's really good. I like this card a whole lot. And there goes Elise.
Reporting for duty.
And that's also not worth coining because he has, like, this can pop the shield. So we'll just play the
You're in trouble now.
Pit Fighter. Next turn, our Pit Fighter's probably going to attack the Death Lord because I think he'll just face with it.
The gates are open.
Oh, I guess our Pit Fighter will attack that unless we get something to remove it. This is why we should have played the Worgen Infiltrator out. We could kill it that way. So that was wrong of us. Here, maybe we can conjure something. There's even a Frostbolt's not going to do that much for us here, though. We could polymorph that, but we can't do it this turn. Effigy might be good because these are both 5-drops. And he will kill this on his turn. Almost certainly he will try to kill it. So we can't play the Effigy this turn, though. I suppose we could set up a good turn for the Effigy. We could set it up to get a 6-drop out of it. We better take the Polymorph. That seems like the safest of our options. Oh, this could have just killed Deathlord. That was really dumb. Yeah, that was very bad. I forgot that this guy still has one. I'm just, I guess, playing pretty bad this game, so go me. Oh, so what can we do to salvage this? We can kill that guy. But now we need to get through this one. Oops. Hopefully he doesn't have, like, a weapon to use with this, because we are not going to be able to remove this for a while. He didn't send this guy in, though, which is weird. So I guess we're doing this. Oh. Well, that's about the best thing we could have gotten out of that. I think that's the most expensive creature in our deck. And do we want Sunwalker here? He's got a way to remove it, but we can't oh no, we can coin and hit this, but now we probably want to send it 2-1 into that thing. So we're going to do this. And we may coin this turn because we can. Power the 1/1. Coin out one of these creatures. Go ahead and coin this guy and power that. I think that leaves us with a decent board, and he will need to worry about this now because of the spell damage on it. He might think that we've got something brewing here.
Pay attention, class.
So that attack is fine. This is probably just going to kill Violet Teacher before it starts doing anything. Another option is to polymorph one of these, but I think we want to save the polymorph now. Maybe we're not too worried about the 1/1s. Actually, yeah, let's kill the dragon thing. And this means he doesn't have a whole lot he can do against the Sunwalker. And then he doesn't have a great way to kill this thing. We'll put 5 damage here next turn, and hopefully keep this alive. So we'll play the 3/2, so that we can send it into this. So, if our board state doesn't change next turn, if for whatever reason he doesn't attack into this because he wants to like get a 1/1 out, we're gonna send this here and this here. We're gonna send the 5 power into this, and obviously the 3 power into the 3 toughness guy, I think. And we'll just polymorph the ogre because that's, I think, big enough that we can go ahead and use that up. We're not gonna need our hero power, I think. Well, we can use that on this, so we'll play a 3-drop in addition to that. And actually, we should polymorph first, so that, well, our 1 damage could hit that, and so we do want to power here, and then pop that, and maybe hit the Divine Shield on this thing. Nope.
Justice shall prevail.
We've got 3 mana left, so we'll get this guy up. This is going alright, even though there was made at least one pretty big mistake. I think our card quality just happened to be high enough here that it's helped us out. And I believe our opponent missed an attack that they should have made, and we did get that 5/9 out of his Death Lord, so that was also very good for us. So I think a few things have gone right to have this work out. Here we're going to want the 2/3 into this thing, and this will go into the 1/2 that comes out of this guy, so we'll need to send this here. We can also send this and shoot it, and we have a 5/3 that we get to hit one of his things with. Let's just keep the 5/3 out, then this guy keeps damage marked on him. We could also...
Justice shall prevail.
We could also Flame Juggler first and see what he hits. Okay.
Justice shall prevail.
We'll make the best use of our mana that we can. And I think it's safe to say we got control of this game now. So I think this is pretty good. We got, what, 8, 12, 14, 16, 18 power. So we don't have lethal right now, but we're close. This is a good use of our 5/1.
Reporting for duty.
And also let's draw a card. 5/1 here. We will shoot this guy and try to juggle the last one.
Justice shall prevail.
Nope.
Reporting for duty.
I don't think that's going to be enough.
We must cleanse the
I don't think that's going to be enough either. Well played. Yay. That went pretty well.
Jaina versus Jaina.
You asked for it. Oh, it is on.
It is on. Well, we'll mulligan this 7-drop, but we're gonna keep these other 3 because those are just the kind of thing we want to start off with. Oh, here's Jeweled Scarab. Have we played this yet? I think we have. Here, I don't think we're gonna want the Jeweled Scarab on turn 2 because we're just gonna put out this toad that gives us some pressure. I guess we could also kill that here. We could Flame Cannon. We'll probably want to save the Flame Cannon if we can. We'd send in our creature and hero power. But that loses us a board. Maybe we don't need to worry too much about this, but we are playing against Mage, so our 2-1 is not going to do a lot for us. We could just play the Toad and let him have the option of trading. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. It's a little weak to just use the power here. Trade our first and second turns for his second turn. Oh, he had a mech. Look at that. He's got to trade. He's not gonna trade. Oh my. Well, I guess we're gonna trade up here. Trade our 2-drop for a 4-drop. That is a 3-drop, but still 2 for a 3 is a pretty good trade for us. Oh, what is this? We can Flame Cannon this. Okay. And we'll probably coin out the after that. So what do we want here? Maybe Arcane Intellect. Spellslinger is decent. What do we want to do next turn? We're going to want to play the 4, I think. Turn after that. I think we'll take the Spellslinger because it lets us develop our board.
Shush.
And yeah, we'll just put this 4 out. We'll hit.
And I know a lot.
We've got 3 options that we can use next turn. Oh, this guy's pretty good. We cannot actually kill that right now. I don't think we want to play this into it, so let's Spellslinger and see what we get.
Dead or alive?
Well, that's not going to do it. We can put damage on it, though. Put damage on it.
So, here's what I've learned.
Uh-oh. He's got pump for it? Spellslinger gave him, like a Mark of the Wild or something? No, that was the card he drew this turn. Oh, okay. Oh, that's unfortunate. Does he have Duplicate? Do we want him to have 2 of these? I think we're maybe okay with it if he has 2 of those. Now play this turn is Water Elemental. It's weird that he's been saving this. Like, he's missed a bunch of attacks. I think at some point he should have just sent this in. So we don't want a Sunwalker here. He wants us to kill it. I think we do that. It's duplicate. Okay, that's fine. I guess effigy would have been. I think effigy would have been a little bit worse for us than the duplicate because it's gonna be hard for him to play both of those at the same time. And if he has any other creatures in hand, it'll be hard to get those out. So it's like he's gonna have like decent sized dudes for most of the game here, but I think at this point we can keep up with them, and we can even use this polymorph boar at some point. So if we need to like remove one, we could polymorph it, or we could like polymorph one of our imps or something from the imp master. So yeah, I think it's okay to give him two of those things because it's going to be hard for him to make good use of them.
What to do? What to do?
He doesn't know what to do. What to do?
You love my new recipe.
That's alright. Not too bad. I like that card. Alchemist is there's a lot of fun things you can do with it, and he didn't have a use for 3 mana. So I guess his mana costs must be pretty high in hand. Here we probably want Yeti and a 3-drop. I think we'll go ahead and put this out. He might use both of his creatures to kill our 1/4, but that's fine because we get to kill them back with the imp in our power. The Sunwalker is a little worse against Mage since they could just destroy the shield at any point. But once we get that out, it is decent sized. So we'll be able to get some use out of that. Here we could use the 2 of these to kill this thing. Is that worth it? Or do we just ignore it right now? I think we're going to power one of those. So we can power one of these and then play Sunwalker, and he'll send his 7/6 into the Sunwalker. And he'll power the Sunwalker and send his 7/6 into it. And then we can finish it with the Bluegill Warrior. Are we going to hit that thing? Yeah, we need a board control. This will make him use his power this turn, and he probably will. Oh, polymorph. Okay, that's a good thing to have. We can still, if he hits here, we can. Oh, well, shit. Does he kill our sheep? Yes, he does. Very nice. This is a bit awkward. Kodo Rider. We can just start Kodoing. What else do we? We want 2 mana for this. We got 7 mana. That's 5. So, indeed. Does our Pit Fighter do anything? It doesn't kill this. That's, I guess, something. But what plays would we make with the Pit Fighter? We wouldn't run out the Bluegill Warrior. So let's just Kodo Rider. It's not a great use of it, but it does make him send his 7/6 into this, and it makes his cards in hand more expensive because this doesn't get killed. He's just got 2 of them. Okay. Just pays the, 8 for the second one, which 8 for a 7/6 isn't completely awful. Here we're going to want to... I think we want to polymorph this and send in... Oh, we can polymorph that and we play all of these. Okay. So, polymorph. You. And... We don't want to hit this, though, with our Flame Juggler. So we want to kill this guy first. Is that right? I don't think that was right. I don't think we did the correct thing there. Oh well, we'll do this instead. There was some kind of play I was trying to figure out there, and there might have been a right way to do it, but I think it was going to be risky. However we made that happen, because this is nice. We can draw some cards. That was going to be risky no matter what we did, because we would have needed to play the Flame Juggler early. This is draw 3 cards for 5 mana. Not bad. We're going to want to power that guy, right? Guess we had Flame Juggler. Or we could just draw cards. We don't have any, like, hard removal for this thing. Let's see what Flame Juggler does. Oh, good work. Do we want... Yeah, we want Mirror Entity, and we'll just play a guy. And he should have something to test for Mirror Entity, but, oh no! They're all frozen. He gets to hit us with his giant. That actually is a pretty big deal, because he should have burn in hand. Draw 3 cards. Alright. I think we're probably dead, because he's got to have burn, so maybe we need this to gain the life. Yeah, we'll do it. This way we're not completely dead to Fireball this turn. Although we're still in trouble, since we've got the Idiot that we're not managing. Oh no, that doesn't do it. Well, we're dead.
Do you have the artifact? Free from the curse.
Yeah, he should just attack us. There's no reason for him to play a card first. Well played.